Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to King's Roundtable, the show we bring to you where we talk about stuff and we kind of just see what happens. I'm AJ.
I'm Joey.
And today's topic, Fantasy Festival Rock Stage.
Which is... We've already done rap and we've already done country, which I think was difficult enough between the two of us. This one is damn near impossible.
Yeah, so we went and we kind of discussed this. It's just not easy. So let's just dive right into it. I mean, we only have 20 minutes to talk about this, so I think we need to get going.
Yeah, that's true. I mean...
Opening acts. Let's just talk about opening acts.
July Talk is number one in my head.
Never heard of them.
Really?
Really?
They are brand new. They're based out of Scarborough. It's that sort of... Imagine if, like, Johnny Cash and Metric made music together. It's a really interesting mix, but it's heavy. And it's so good.
All right. Let's get some other bands in there. Oh, man, I don't even know. Like, there's just so many bands running through my head. You got, like Pantera. We'd have to have Pantera. And I mean Pantera.
With Dimebag.
With Dimebag. Like, you gotta have Pantera. Fucking Sabbath with Ozzy. Have Dio show up just to have Sabbath with Dio. You know, whatever.
Just bring Dio on halfway through.
Yeah. We're switching up lead singers. Fine, and then
Wait,
finish the whole set off with fucking Holy Diver.
Wait, so if we're doing like different lineups, does that mean you're gonna have Van Halen and then swap out for Sammy Hagar halfway through?
Who's the other guy playing it? Sammy Hagar. How do you not know that?
See, for a rock stage, there is only one. There is literally only one headlining band in my head. No one else comes close.
Who is it?
It's Queen.
Obviously. Oh, alright, I'll take that.
Wait, who did you think I was going to say?
I had no idea, dude. No idea, and I was worried.
If we're talking fantasy music festival rock stage, your headliner has to be Queen. There's no one else.
Who's singing?
Freddie Mercury.
Okay. Thank you. Because Queen did have another singer in there.
And they had Paul Rogers.
Paul Rogers.
Well, they've got Adam Lambert now, and he's pretty good. Not a fan.
Adam Lambert being the guy that did... No, actually, I am a fan of Adam Lambert. He was the one that came out gay on the American Idol at the wrong time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I am a fan of him. He's pretty good. I'll take that into consideration too. Adam Lambert did have that one really groovy song where they're partying in the woods. I don't even remember what it is. But anyways, beyond that, rock. You know what I was thinking? We never really talked about female artists. Like we're being kind of sexist here. So
yeah,
I mean,
true.
like Lights, Paramore,
Flyleaf.
Huh?
I mean, we've got
Cranberries.
some... Oh, obviously. I mean, we've got some metal artists in there. Do we want to throw in... do we want to throw Nightwish in there?
Nightwish, yeah. Nightwish. I'll take Nightwish. Deathclock. Fucking... We're talking about rock, and here I am just
I sent you the new Batman video.
Yeah. But I mean, like, other stuff too.
I feel we don't have. There's one thing that I've noticed consistently, and it's that like you and I, like when it comes to classic rock, we like the bands that were like really flamboyant and theatrical and in your face, when we talk about.
I guess that's not. You can't really say that because I mean, what about Journey?
Journey's too innocent to be flamboyant, I think.
Okay, because I don't like Journey all that much.
I mean,
I do, but I don't. I love-hate relationship.
Well,
same with like Genesis.
See, I love Genesis. I don't care what anyone says.
Love-hate relationship.
It's Phil Collins on his own is better, but Genesis is still damn good.
Not a big fan of Phil Collins. I don't like Phil Collins, and I think that's what leads me to have a love-hate relationship with Genesis.
I think that's fair. But what about like Aerosmith, AC/DC?
I'm not a big fan. I will say this: I'm not a big fan of Aerosmith. I'm not a big fan of Guns N' Roses. Axl Rose is a whiny little twat.
Guns N' Roses is hit and miss for me.
Okay.
Some of their stuff I love, some of their stuff I really don't.
What was the other one you said? AC/DC.
AC/DC.
You gotta have AC/DC in there.
With their original singer.
Bon Scott. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Bon Scott is the singer.
Heart.
Yeah. Trooper.
Yeah.
Get some Canadian representing in there.
April
Trooper.
Wine.
Yeah. See, everyone talks about Canadian artists, and what's the first one that everyone talks about?
Well, now they all talk about Justin Bieber.
That's not funny.
No,
Rush.
It's not funny.
Rush.
And
I don't like Rush. I mean,
you don't really?
Really, their songs sound so similar. It's like carbon copy paste.
AC/DC?
This is true, but Bon Scott's voice was better.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, with AC/DC, if you play drums and you're in an AC/DC cover band, you only have to learn one drum better.
If you're the guitarist, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then think about the person that's got to do the whole Angus Young footsteps.
I have actually... So, there was an interview that I read with their new singer. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
I don't know.
But he actually had to go for like voice coaching lessons because singing the way that he sang, he was tasting blood halfway through his shows.
No, we went and seen Black Sabbath live, and they had replaced with what's his name? Tom. No.
Tony Iommi?
Yes, thank you, Tom. Tony Iommi. The only person that was not an original member was the drummer.
That's really disappointing.
The drummer, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to delve into a news story that I don't know anything about. But the drummer was from Rage.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I was like, hey man, I'll take that. I love Rage. I love me some Rage Against the Machine. Another carbon copy band. I don't know.
Oh, that's where you were getting Tom from, because Tom Morello.
Tom Morello, man. Tom Morello is a god on the bass. So, yeah, but like, you talk about all these bands and stuff, and you always bring up bands, and then you remember other people. Like, now I got MC Hammer in my head.
For the rock stage?
No. Okay, so I'm trying to think Wait, stop. Steven Tyler, who is the lead singer of
Aerosmith,
did a song with
Run DMC.
That's it. Thank you. Not MC Hammer, Run DMC. Because Run DMC, the guys from Run DMC are now in a band with a couple of the guys from Rage Against the Machines.
That could be really interesting.
It's called Prophets of Rage.
I've heard of them. I haven't heard them, but I've heard of them.
It's really Rage Against the Machines, but the lead singer wouldn't let them use the name Rage Against the Machines, so they changed it into Prophets of Rage. That being said, anyways, beyond that, I'm not getting into that argument. That's fine. It's really good.
I feel like there's, in terms of like classic rock bands, there's one that we've overlooked, one that personally I'm not a huge fan of. I would not shed any tears not to have them there, is Kiss.
I can't. Oh my god. Paul Stanley as Phantom of the Opera is the only thing to do with Kiss that I ever fucking liked. That is it.
When did this happen? Where was I for this?
It happened in Toronto. Stratford. Is it Stratford or Toronto? I can't remember. But when they were talking about closing the Phantom of the Opera, which they had been doing for years and years and years, they started getting all these different people to come in and play the Phantom.
Right.
And one of the people that came to Toronto to play the Phantom was Paul Stanley.
I need a moment.
I actually have in my mother's memory drawer a play form of all the famous celebrities they had come in and play the Phantom. And Paul Stanley's in there. It's hilarious.
No.
Way better than Gene Simmons.
Well, definitely. But, I mean... no.
As the Phantom. With that tongue. Fucking coming out of the half mask. You want to talk about creepy, man? Holy shit! No, yeah.
Good Lord.
No, I'm not. I agree. I'm not a big fan of Kiss. I know people are like, you don't like Kiss. We're gonna get hate mail for. It doesn't matter what we say. We're gonna get hate mail.
It's the internet, man. They're gonna hate us no matter what we say.
You guys don't like Kiss? Well, look at those two fat guys dressed up like Kiss. Sorry.
Okay, for those who don't already know, I am a huge Fall Out Boy fan. And I told you their new record that came out, I hated like every single second of that new album.
Except there like two songs, you said.
Yeah, there are critics that are being crucified for saying anything bad about that album.
I don't get it, man.
Like people on the internet.
See, I don't get it. Because, like, I'm going to sit here. I'm a realist, all right? Everything I say is real. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make you feel better about yourself. I'm not going to sit here and say your favorite actor is totally the greatest actor of all time. And he's a, pretty boy and he looks good if he don't. I'm not going to sit here. And then on the same respect, I'm not going to sit here and tell you someone like David Boreanaz is a shitty actor. Let's be real. Kiss is not my favorite band, and I lost a lot of respect when they talked all this stuff about, and we're gonna go into more of why we don't like certain artists in later episodes, because one of the things was they released a disco album, eh?
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, you lose a lot of respect when you're trying to do a certain genre of music, and then you kind of flip the switch and sell out to try and... are we 3 minutes over or 3 minutes behind? Or 3 minutes till?
3 minutes till you might want to do your ultimate lineup.
Yeah. All right. So we've mentioned a crap ton of bands.
Oh yeah, dude.
So we gotta whittle this down.
Let's pick what we're gonna do. Are we gonna do 2 starters, 2 mids, and 1 headliner?
I think that would probably be the best way.
All right, let's do 2 starters, 2 mids, and 1 headliner then.
If we're doing starters, I would love to see, especially if we've got like a classic rock lineup coming later in the night, I would love to see Paramore as one of the openers.
I can deal with Paramore. I can really deal with Paramore. Her voice is groovy, and I can get down to it.
Hayley Williams' voice is like 3 times as big as she is.
I'm really okay with that.
So who would our other opener be?
So we're gonna do 2 separate stages, guys. That's what we're talking about. 2 separate stages, and then everybody combines for the headliner. The other opener, let's go with something a bit heavier.
Okay.
Let's go into like the heavier metals. I would like to see Disturbed, probably. No, Rob Zombie. You know what? Rob Zombie. I've seen Rob Zombie live 4 times, and 3 out of 4 times he put on such an amazing show. It was unbelievable. The other time I seen him that he didn't put on a great show, halfway through a show he let his audience know, and he apologized profusely for it, that he had been dealing with a really bad cold. So, I mean... life happens. These are real people. They are allowed to get sick. And, dude's dealing with a really bad cold and still went on to perform. So, I mean, it wasn't the greatest I'd ever seen, but it wasn't the worst show I'd ever seen either. I mean, I'd seen some pretty shitty shows in my lifetime. So, I would like to see Rob Zombie on tour in a festival.
So, the other stage, Paramore's my opener. I'm thinking, I want to say Bon Jovi as, my mid-card. Like, get people warmed up.
Oh, see that Bryan Adams? Would you rather Bon Jovi or Bryan Adams?
Oh, I would rather Bon Jovi.
Okay. All right.
All the way.
All right. Take some Bon Jovi action. That's cool. That's cool. So on the other stage, still going with kind of a heavier vibe. I have Rob Zombie. Who else better to play with Rob Zombie than Black Sabbath? I mean, I know people are going to hate and they're going to say the greatest show ever put on by Rob Zombie is when he puts it on with Alice Cooper, which, okay, I do kind of agree with you, but I'm not a huge Alice Cooper fan. So, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, don't roast me in the comments saying, oh, you don't like Alice Cooper. I like Alice Cooper. He's got good music. I'm just not a huge Alice Cooper fan.
Yeah.
So that's that. So now the headliner. I think we both kind of need to agree on the headliner.
I still say Queen is the headliner.
Queen, hands down. You know what? I'm going to have to give it to you, Freddie Mercury. As long as he plays the two songs that have to be played during every Queen set. Of course, I'm talking about
Bohemian Rhapsody
and Set Free.
Yeah.
Because it's a guy who took one in the butt for AIDS, you know? No, honestly, that's a little joke. Whatever.
It's honestly though, like, Freddie Mercury is the
God.
He is the ultimate performer. This is a man who can stand in front of 100,000 people and have every single one of them in the palm of his hand.
See, and that's the thing, right? That's kind of why it does, like, the music genre doesn't fit with Rob Zombie or Ozzy. I understand that. The vocals don't fit. But the performances fit really, really well. Ozzy and Rob Zombie do put on great performances. And they put on the same style of performance that Freddie Mercury did. Yeah. Of course. So it all works out. That being said, guys, Freddie Mercury is a god.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace. Camera died. So.
Damn it!
Oh, fuck
we're going to
that
call
shit.
it, guys.
Like, I don't know.
Well, it looks like we are out of time. And out of film.
Alright, hold on. Let me see where it ended, and I'll see how I can
Did you just stop it?
No, I didn't stop it.
Okay, so it's still recording then. Or did you exit OBS? It's still recording.
Alright, then do your thing.
Alright, well, it looks like we're out of time and out of film! So, I'm AJ.
And I'm Joey.
And from all of us to you, send us money so we can buy more film for the next episode. Just kidding, guys. We love you. And we'll see you on the next episode when we don't have technical difficulties. Peace.
Is there anybody out there?